Oh, is there anything better than going live at March Madness? I don't think so. And when you got your two co-hosts right beside you, it makes it even better. Welcome back, guys. We are here. March Madness, first week of the tournaments are gone. I don't think there was many upsets. It's very chalky like we all talked about. We'll get into that in a little bit. But I want to introduce my co-host, the CEO of the Big Time Sports Profits, Teddy Brooks, in-house.
What's happening, boys? Excited to be back in the Podcast Junkies studio for the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight.
What'd you think of the first week of the tournament, Teddy, before I kick it over to T?
I thought that the first round, pretty much, what I expected. The second round threw me off a little bit, but a lot of chalk. And I think we'll talk about this later. But I think
all that good stuff.
I think the transfer portal is going to create more chalk in the future of the tournament.
All right, well, we can't leave this man out. My man, known him over 30 years, the one and only, and I say that with total respect, TK wins. Man, what's up? Smile for me.
Ready for this big Final Four weekend,
Come on.
man.
It's March Madness.
My team's still in it. I got Duke to win it all. Playing Auburn, all four number one still in there. My bracket's busted, but my Final Four teams are still alive in the brackets.
Well, we talked about it, all of us here, and we'll get into it in a minute. There's a lot to talk about. We got some NFL news. We got some signings of some quarterbacks. And, I think it's as chalky can be. 4 number ones still alive. 3 number twos still alive. That's 7 out of 32 teams. I mean, the only real big upsets, can you really call it an upset, though? I guess you can. St. John's going down to Arkansas. Arkansas played a hell of a game from start to finish. And we got 8 games coming up this week, 4 on Thursday and 4 on Friday. What'd you think of the I want to talk about the tournament, put it all together in a minute. What did you think of the signing yesterday, Russell Wilson going to the New York Giants, Teddy?
I know what you thought of it. You didn't think much. You didn't think much of it at all. I put it in the group chat. We have a group chat, a Get the Edge group chat, and I said in there, Scotty goes, it doesn't matter. Not going to matter.
Does it matter, you think, really?
I don't. You know what it's going to do? It's going to take the Giants from a
maybe a win, 2 wins?
Yeah, maybe like a 7-10 team instead of a 4-13 team or whatever it is. I
don't see it, man.
I think they're going to bask in mediocrity with that quarterback. But I've heard that they still might draft like Shedeur Sanders, yeah.
I was reading that, too, on there. Just reading Russell Wilson news.
What's the deal with Cam Ward? They're supposedly going to be the number 1 pick, but they're looking at him more and more. I don't know. Do they feel like maybe he's not the right thing for them, or they might trade him, the number 1 pick away? You think they might trade the number 1 pick away, T?
I think they would give up a number 1 draft pick. Definitely. I'd like to see Cam Ward come play for the
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Who's got the number 1 pick? Was it Tennessee, right?
Tennessee.
You think Tennessee would give up the number 1 pick?
I think they'd probably give up or they would pass on the quarterback. They might go with something else. It happens.
Yeah, they're looking at this Cam Ward. They brought him back again, so I don't know. I don't know if they need more to see more, whatever the case may be. So that's unbelievable. Think about it. Pittsburgh, both quarterbacks jumped ship to go to New York teams.
Yeah.
Fields goes to the Jets. And
then who's
going to
be at the helm over there?
Aaron Rodgers.
I think they're setting it up for Aaron Rodgers to walk right in there, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll trade somebody.
They say Tomlin's a big fan.
Oh, he loves Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see. Football's always in the news, and we'll be keeping an eye on that throughout the next several.
The only sport, Scotty. There's no other sport. We would never be talking about college basketball in July or August. Football's the only sport you could talk about year-round.
Yeah, and there's a lot of news to talk about because, listen, everybody's moving and grooving, it seems like, all throughout. And now you got the NFL draft coming up in late April, and then, obviously, then you're going to have the OTLs coming up, and then you're going to have preseason. So football is just a moving and grooving sport, and that's why it's so exciting, I guess, for the fans out there because it keeps them in the seat watching what's going on with the NFL. But we got too much going on right now with college basketball. That is present and center for us. We have been putting in long hours. I just want to get the first week. How many hours did you put in? Because I know T and I, we put in long-ass days every day last week.
Got to be 11 hours a day, pretty much every day. Starting on Tuesday when we did the I had 2 podcasts that same day. And it was just rolling ever since then.
Yeah, you're a busy man. Very popular.
Got some downtime on Sunday. Watch the games, relax. I got all my games out early. didn't have the best results on Sunday, but got to relax a little bit on Sunday.
Listen, you can't be a hero every day, Teddy. You know that as well as I do.
Can't win every day.
We just try our best. Any surprises that you see the first? Obviously, I said Arkansas beating St. John's. I thought that was somewhat of a surprise, even though I picked Arkansas in that game. Did you really see any surprises? I mean, at this point, because
no.
I'm looking at these matchups and there's nothing there shocking to me for this week.
Nothing really surprised me. I think Texas A&M losing on. I had Texas A&M on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think them losing on Saturday may be a little bit of a surprise, but no. I mean, all the teams that we've been talking about all year are right in the mix. I think maybe some surprises this weekend. Who knows?
What's your thought? You and I talk live on our Instagram show, but for the show here, any take on any surprises to you?
No surprises. Florida Gators, they're lucky to even be in the tournament here this weekend after playing that game the other day, man. They should have been knocked out, man. They made 2 clutch threes at the end and took control of that game.
Maryland, too, hit a buzzer beater with a freshman.
That was a good shot.
Freshman hits a buzzer beater to get them on the winning ways. Colorado State was playing great basketball. They won like 11 or 12 in a row, and it took them all the way to the last shot of the game, and there was no time left when they hit that shot. But I want to get into the Thursday games because we got 4 great games on tap for Thursday in March Madness. We could talk about tonight a little bit later on if you guys have anything tonight for the audience. I'm going to have a free play. I'm sure you guys will have something to offer them. But I really want to get into the brackets because everybody's interested in that. We got 4 games on tap. BYU, Alabama, Maryland, Florida, Arizona, Duke, and Arkansas, Texas Tech. I'm going to start with UT. Anything that you feel has value to those 4 games?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Alabama-BYU game. I just started looking at the games for Thursday and Friday yesterday, but Alabama right now, their current line's 5.5. Big total on this one, 175. That's one of the biggest college totals I'll see out there. I'm going to jump on Alabama. I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to jump on Alabama. They're playing some good basketball right now. So is BYU, but Alabama's 6-3 their last 9 against the spread. They low playing in March right now. They're 8-3 their last 11 against the spread. They cover both games in the tournament. Mm-hmm. I see them covering this one, making it 3 straight covers here. Going to lay the points with Alabama minus the 5.5 against BYU.
Okay, makes sense. I mean, these teams are kind of mirror image of one another. They're run and gun teams. They both got great shooting teams. So it's definitely, I could see 175 if they're on. They'll probably be scoring every 12 seconds, which could make that game go way over if they're hitting shots. Anything else you're looking at on Thursday?
Nothing yet on Thursday. I mean, I'm going to stay away from that Arizona-Duke game. I got Duke to win it all, so 9 points is a lot of points to lay against a tough Arizona team, but I'm going to lay off of that one. I'll probably jump on the Maryland-Florida game.
Okay. Well, you might have some private stuff going on Thursday as well.
Thursday as well, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to kick it at Teddy because I know Teddy's itching. I can see him; his feet are moving like crazy.
My feet are always
next
moving.
To me. I feel like the floor's.
I'm hyperactive.
I feel like we got like a 5.5 on the Richter scale going with those feet moving.
Teddy's got it all decked out. I see a highlighter out there and everything.
Speaking of 5.5, that's the line on the Bama game.
There you go.
It's a sign.
All right, give us a winner on Thursday for the crowd out there, man. They're all waiting.
So I was looking into a lot of trends,
oh boy.
A lot of Sweet 16 trends, which I don't normally look at, but I figured let's have some fun. Let's do things a little bit different for these free games. So I'm looking at a really cool trend in the tournament. Teams that score 88 points or more and are favored in the following game by 6 points or more. This is Duke, because Duke scored more than 88. Mm-hmm. Are 42 and 25 against the spread.
How long?
In that following game, going back over the last 5 or 6 years.
Gotta be.
In college basketball. And looking at this year, this is such a chalky year that I kind of like that trend. And, based on everything else, I can just kind of bounce it back to you guys. What hasn't been said about this Duke team already? They're amazing.
Nothing.
Yes, 9.5 points is a ton, TK, but...
Is it? Is it, though? You think about it.
Well, it's
a bargain.
Here's why. Remember what we were talking about yesterday on Live about how when these teams are down 7 or 8, they're going to keep fouling and fouling and fouling because it's their last game ever? That's what I can see happening in this game, and they can foul Duke past that line.
I think it's a bargain price. Look at the way Duke's been favored in their last God knows how many games. I mean, they were 8. They opened at 9.5. The line went down to 8.5, and it kicked right back up to 9.5 right away. as good as Arizona's playing, but I mean, who do they really play? They beat Oregon. Can Oregon beat Duke? I don't think so.
No.
I think Oregon would be a 12-point underdog to Duke. So, like I said, I don't have an opinion per se on this particular game itself, but I'm looking for Duke to advance. I think they're the team to beat. I see them in the final game. Unless I make a big mistake, I just think that they got too much talent, too much defense, too much offense, and I think they're going to cause Arizona to make mistakes because now Arizona's going against the real defense. Remember when they played Houston in their building? Houston shut them down to about 50-something points. I think it was 51. So Houston shut them down. That was a low-scoring game. It was like 57-52. Houston beat Arizona in Arizona. Duke can play the same type of defense, and I think that defense's pressure is going to cause mistakes for Arizona. And if Duke just keeps firing away like they've been doing and hitting, they're going to be a tough out.
Yeah, Duke's unbeatable. I've been watching them all year long. I think they're unbeatable. They could have been a team that went undefeated.
Well,
I think
a team like Houston or maybe Auburn. I mean, those are the only three that I could see
Auburn,
unless I miss something.
I could see Auburn beating them, but that's about the only team out there.
Right.
Houston would shut them down a little bit with the defense, but I think Duke would pick up if Duke played Houston, I think Duke would pick up the pace and throw Houston off their slow pace.
Well, Houston's won how many in a row now? Jesus. Between Duke and Houston, they won over 30-some-odd games in a row between the two of them, right?
Yeah.
They're just crushing it. So they're the class. I mean, there's some decent teams in there. Like I said, Alabama's a good, solid 2-seed, but I don't think they got the class level to beat a team like Duke or Houston at this point. But you never know because Alabama's a run-and-gun team, and they get hot. I mean, they're world beaters when they're hot. When they're so-so, they're easy to be beat. Anything on Thursday?
Yeah, I'm leaning. I'm not going to go against Calipari here. I'm going to take the points and roll with Arkansas here for the. I think they're the biggest. I think they're the biggest seed left in this tournament.
Yeah,
and I think they got one more in them. One more in them.
Another 5.5 line on that one.
Another 5.5.
I'm totally disagreeing with that play. I like Texas Tech in that game. I think Texas Tech's going to slow that team down. I think they're too strong. I see them. I see the wheels falling off the bus on Arkansas. I think they got those first two wins, which was great for them. But I think they're going to run into a buzzsaw. I like Texas Tech in that game. I'd bring that line down to 4.5. And that's the only game I'm looking at so far for Thursday. I like Texas Tech.
Well, if it's anything like last week, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
so.
Come on, Ben.
I'm not putting nothing on that Arkansas. That's a tough game there. Yeah, I swept the board last week. Perfect 4-0 on the show.
Yeah, the only two games I lost, that was the two games I went against you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, TK at least.
Well, BYU.
I went 4-0 my other picks here.
What were they? We were both on BYU.
Yeah, I went with VCU.
And we were
I was close though. I had the U. I just didn't have the B and the Y.
Just like
I had the U, though.
Just like 75% of the other schools.
I got a third credit for that one. I only got a third of a loss.
Maryland, Florida's going to be a good game, too. That one goes off on Thursday as well. It's going to be a tight game.
Yeah.
Like I said, Florida should have lost the
two
other
teams.
day.
Two teams that should have lost last week.
Yeah, they are a tough out. And they, you know what? You build up a lot of confidence when you win, when you get a buzzer beater and move on. The team's jacked up.
Was it a freshman that hit that too?
Freshman, yeah, freshman guy. He said, "I want the ball," and the coach said, "You're getting it." That was cool, though. If you think about it, they interviewed the coach after the game, and he said, the only one that asked me for the ball when they went into the huddle before they went out was the freshman player. He says, I want the ball. I want to score.
It's the it factor. You got to have the it factor. You could be skilled, you could be great, but if you don't have the it factor, if you don't have that suppression gene that's able to suppress the nerves, I was talking about this a couple weeks ago on the show. Scientifically, they've discovered certain people just have a gene that suppresses their nerves in high-pressure situations.
So is that why he's like a great handicapper? Because he's got the great gene for capping?
He's got the gene.
Is that the degenerate gene? Is what that's called?
He remains.
We got to get his DNA, man.
He remains calm at all times.
Nothing to do with the games going here. But how about that kid signing all the NIL deals at what was his name?
Amir Khan.
Amir, that's crazy, man. He made 6 figures just off of that March Madness.
I thought because of that, McNeese State was going to go a little bit further. You seen how they remember a couple years ago that old lady? I forget what.
Yeah, she was a fan of one of the teams.
I think it was Indiana.
No, it was like a smaller team.
She was like 99 years old.
She was like 99. Yeah. They took her to the
they went
tournament,
to the Final Four,
and they went to the Final Four. I thought that was going to be like the story. We don't really have any stories like that this year. That's no. People like those stories. That's what makes March Madness what it is. So they got to figure this out here.
I don't see how these number one seats are going to fall to the wayside. Yeah, they just look too dominating.
I agree.
I wouldn't be surprised if all 4 of them get to the final 4.
Has it ever happened?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Has it ever happened? All
I'm
4
I'm sure
number
it
ones
has.
made it?
I'm sure.
It's happened in this weekend.
Let's look at Friday, guys. We got 4 great matchups going again. You got a surprise team. I mean, I don't really call anyone right now a surprise. Ole Miss against Michigan State. Interesting. They made the number on this game -3, 3.5. And you got Kentucky, Tennessee. You got Michigan, Auburn, and you got Purdue against Houston. Any take? Start with Teddy. Any take on any of those games?
I got
Friday.
I got a ton of takes on this game. So I've talked about the Houston defense a lot on this show, and that's one of the main reasons I'm picking them to go all the way. And it hasn't let up. I mean, their defense has been on point. As you go deeper in the tournament, obviously they're going to be looking at better offenses, but I think they rely on that defense. Now, Purdue has a very good defense at all. There's a really interesting trend. You got 2 very good defenses, but listen to this trend.
Yep.
Sweet 16 games where a team is favored by 8 points or more, the under is 77%. Because it's not often in the Sweet 16 where there's such a big spread.
Now, let me ask you, I know you do your work. Why do you think a trend like that would make sense again, like a following year when it's totally different teams playing it?
Totally different teams, but you have 2 very good defenses. And what you have is less of a likelihood of end-of-game fouls because chances are we could very well have a blowout.
Okay.
That's why that trend matters. Because if they're up by 12, 13 points, they're not fouling. Right. Now,
well, it depends on how much time left.
It depends how much time left. Now, Purdue, if they keep that game close, then obviously that trend goes out the wayside. But if the game spread is accurate, it's going to affect that total.
But you don't want to put yourself in the position to hope that they may foul at the end to win. You want to look for a game you think that they're going to be able to get there regardless, waiting to the end. But yeah,
well, I'm going under, so I don't want them to get there.
Oh, you don't want them.
I don't want them getting there. But at the same time, you're talking about the best defense in the country in Houston, and another
Dynamite.
really solid defense. Also,
you love them to win the. Didn't you like it to win the tournament?
You picked them at the beginning of the year. You followed them all year long, Houston.
I have them to win the tournament as well. And
what's the odds on them right now?
And I have them to cover in this game.
What's the odds on them to win the whole thing?
I have to look it up. Pull it up at the Hard Rock.
I don't have it.
It's got to be pretty high.
I'll tell you a bet that I just made today. The odds for them to make the Final Four -130. I think that's safe and secure like a baby's blanket.
There you go.
NCAA men. Let's see the odds.
There you go.
National champions right now. Duke.
All right.
Duke's 2-1.
Yeah.
Gators 3-1.
Okay.
Houston 4.5, 450.
Okay.
Auburn
4.5 to 1, Teddy.
4.5 1 on Auburn. Who's the long shots? Arkansas.
Well, of course.
They're big one.
They're going to be the longest.
I mean,
shot on the board.
I agree with the first 2, but I think it's crazy that Auburn has the same.
All right, so that's the only game. That's the only game you like on Friday.
I like Houston. I like the under in the Houston game, and I like the Kentucky Wildcats.
All right, you and I are going against each other big time this week.
Oh boy!
All right, what do you like on Friday?
I'm playing one game on my free play. It's probably gonna be my free play anyways. Mississippi, Michigan State.
Okay.
You know, like you said, the line right now is 3.5. Total is 140, 3.5.
Which game? I'm sorry.
Michigan State, Mississippi.
Okay.
I'm going to jump on Michigan State. They're red hot versus spread right now. 10-1 their last 11 against the spread.
What's your thoughts on that number? You think it's low?
That's a low number. I have.
I think it's a low number.
I got Michigan State.
That scares me.
My numbers by 7 points here, but look at the trends too. I know Teddy's looking at trends. I've been looking at trends too, but they're 6-1 their last 7 against the spread in March. And they're also a perfect 2-0 against the spread in the tournament so far. Okay. They'll be 3-0 against the spread after this one on Friday. I'm going to go with Michigan State.
Michigan covered.
I'm going to lay the points.
Michigan State covered both their games,
too.
cover
both games.
Right. And Ole Miss obviously did because they won outright.
I think the odds makers are begging people to take Michigan State there, and it's working. 80% of the public's on Michigan State there.
That's a low number.
I would think they'd be
You know what, TK? I'm going to drop the pen, and I'm going to go against you on that one. I'm going to give me Ole Miss. Give me, what are you taking that? -3.5?
How about whoever wins, we'll go the goatee versus the beard.
I can't touch this.
We'll do that one.
You know what we got to do? We got to get a little boxing ring in here like everybody else is doing. All these other
I want
guys
Mozzie. Mozzie! Come on, Mozzie. Come to Florida. The 3 of us will jump on you. We'll have a 3-on-1.
What's going on with all this? I don't want to talk about it on here, but that's crazy, man. These guys just want to fall.
Oh, yeah. They want to box these guys.
That's a new thing. Guys. Handicappers fighting each other.
They just need to go fight in Mayweather's gym. It's right down the street by
it's in. They're not secure enough in their own product and their own pick, so they have to pick on other people. That's the way I look at it.
That's all right. Let them do what they want.
I leave people. Maybe it's just for marketing. Who knows?
Who knows?
All right. So the closeout Friday for me, I'm going against Teddy on this one. Not that I like to go against Teddy, but just the way the chips fall.
Didn't work last week.
I like Tennessee. I like Tennessee to beat Kentucky. I think the Tennessee right now is playing excellent, solid number 2 seed. And I think they're going to come into this game right. They came back big time and just crushed UCLA, ran away with that game in the second half. And I like Tennessee in this spot. I think they're right as a favorite in this game. 4.5 is about the right number. It could have been even 3.5. I would have thought, but 4.5 is a little high. That gives. I like that. I like the number they're putting on this game. I think they're really showing Tennessee as a solid favorite in this game. And I'm going to bring that line down to 3.5. I would adjust it, guys. It may go higher. I would lock it in as early as you can because I could see this line creeping up to 5, maybe even 5.5. Maybe it won't, but I'd lock in at 3.5 right now. And I like Tennessee in this spot. I think they win this game by probably about 9 to 13 points. They do beat Kentucky, I feel.
You know what I'm going to do? You guys say I haven't given out a lot of games. I can't even talk lately, but this is going to be one of my – this is actually a private play, and I'm going to give it to you guys right now. Tennessee will win this game by 10, 15 points here.
That's you're on my bandwagon.
That's
wow.
You see right here.
Teddy, you're a lone man out there.
I got a circle right there. You know, it's a private play for me on Friday.
It reminds me of that movie with Tom Hanks in it when he was lost out in the ocean and he had his friend
Wilson.
Cast away.
That's it. He was out there with Wilson and he was talking to Wilson.
Like, that could be my Wilson right there. Listen, here's what I think about this game. Kentucky, obviously, it's a tournament. Things are different.
Here's Wilson.
Kentucky already manhandled. Not manhandled, but they already beat Tennessee twice, and they manhandled Illinois in that last game. That was actually a shock to me. I thought that Illinois-Kentucky game was going to be way closer. Kentucky showed that they have the class to do it, and I think that – I know what you say, Scotty. It's hard to beat a team twice in a row, and it's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, and that's what I think Kentucky's going to do.
Man, that might happen in football, but basketball, a little different
You know what?
story.
I didn't even think of that, but I knew about it, that they beat them both times during the regular season, Kentucky. But I think now's – listen – I look at this as playoffs, and I look at it, the intensity levels go higher.
Absolutely.
And the revenge factor of knowing that they got beat twice by them, to knock them out of this tournament a third time, that's going to be tough.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Tennessee, they hurt me in the SEC championship. They're not going to hurt me in this game on Friday. They're going to come out this game. Kentucky, that nice underdog win last week, but I see Tennessee just coming out storm-rolling them.
I think we touched
that was a weird game and a weird line. I think Kentucky should have been favored in that game, and when they weren't, I was going to roll with Kentucky when I saw that they weren't favored.
It was a close line, right?
It was like it closed at 1.5. It closed at 2.5 for Illinois. I got up to 3 on some books, so that scared me away.
That game. I'm talking about against Tennessee the last.
Oh yeah, no.
It was a close number.
I'm talking about
I heard the books had a good first round of the March Madness. A lot of dog bettors, and the dog bettors went down the tube. So
it's the one time of year when the public loves to find the dogs. Public's not looking at dogs in other sports, but everyone. I talked about this. Everybody wants to be the hero in this tournament and figure out, I had all the underdogs. It's like, okay.
Speaking of that, I want to jump into something because I don't know if you guys are following like I am, but this NIT tournament, I think we touched based on the March Madness, right? You got everything up. The last 8 games, 7 underdogs winning outright. All 8 covered. In the NIT tournament.
I had Bradley last night, man.
6-0 the other day, 2-0 last night.
You beat me out. I think you had the other side. I had Bradley up by 13.5. I don't know what happened to them. They just folded. And
we got 2 on tap tonight. I don't know if you guys are looking at it, but I got a huge offer I'm going to put out because I've been crushing the NIT games big time. You got 2 games on tap tonight. I don't know if you guys have an opinion on either one of them.
I got one tonight.
All right. Kent State's playing Loyola. Loyola's 4.5. And you got UAB versus UC Irvine. 4.5. Same line. UC Irvine's 4.5.
And both of them opened bigger.
No, I think they opened at 4.5.
5.5. Okay. They're both down to let's see. Loyola Chicago's 5 and 143 right now.
Yeah.
Cal Irvine's 4 and 155 right now.
Yeah, I love these 2 games tonight. I'm putting them out as a huge offer. I've done this offer 3 times in the last 4 days. I've gone 8-1 on the last 3 offers I put out. I swept the board last night. I swept the board on Saturday, and I went 2-1 on Sunday. So, guys, if you want to take advantage of both these games tonight that I'm putting out, all you have to do is just go on my Instagram channel, and I'll give you that information. Or you can give it to you now, SM Sports Picks. Click on today's video, the link below, and you can purchase this promo, $9, guys. $9. That's it. You're going to get 2 huge plays by yours truly tonight, NIT. You like any of these games?
So if I give you $9 right now, I get the both plays?
Well, I'll whisper it to you. I'll whisper it to you. Hold on. He's going to whisper it to you. There you go. Tell him.
You've been traveling a lot with that dolly.
I was going to say, he takes that thing everywhere with him he goes.
This is my guy right now. I love his hair, man.
He hasn't had a losing night since he got this doll.
Right.
Why would he get rid of it?
No, I've had a losing night, but when he's around me, I'm good. He brings like the excitement.
A nice aura.
He's like the younger version of me.
Nice edge.
I definitely am. I'm going to give you a free play on that game tonight, UAB, Cal Irvine tonight. I'm going to have a free play on this one.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm going. Oh, you saw the video today.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cal Irvine. I'm going to lay the 4 points against UAB.
Okay.
And some stats on this one. Cal Irvine 6-3 their last 9 against the spread. And Teddy will like this stat. They're 5-0 against the spread.
You guys in the stats.
5-0 against the spread when they're favored by 5 points or less. It will be 6-0 against the spread tonight after they win this one. She'll win this one by at least 10 points.
What's the rating on it?
I'm putting it out right now. It's put a 4-star unit play.
4-star
I put it out earlier as a 3, but I jumped it up a little bit.
You like UC Irvine -4.5?
Minus the 4. It's a solid 4 everywhere right now.
Okay. Are you buying it down or are you staying with 4?
I'm going to stick with 4. I think they win this game by 10 plus. They'll win by double digits tonight.
Okay. Like I said, I got 2 great selections on both these games tonight. As I said, part of that $9 promo. So I'm going to kick it to Teddy, see if Teddy has anything tonight, either in the NBA, which I know he loves the NBA more than life itself.
My only loser yesterday. I had to open my big mouth.
You told me you don't play the NBA.
I don't, and that's what I'm saying. I looked at one NBA game last night, and I was so far off. I was 20 points off.
I figured everybody would go against Jimmy Butler and Golden State last night. Miami wanted to play hardly. I figured Miami wanted to come out there a little pissed off.
Miami shows up against good teams at home as a dog.
Well, you figure Miami players a little pissed off too. They wanted to light it up against Jimmy Butler. So
Jimmy Butler doesn't give an F. He didn't care.
Jimmy Butler did shit last night.
Yeah, he didn't care.
11 points.
I don't think he went to Miami thinking like, oh, I got to perform.
Let me ask you guys a question. If you thought you knew Steph Curry's out of the lineup and you knew Jimmy Butler was going to score 11 points, would you be betting on Golden State last night?
11 points. He was getting booed left and right.
But how about that? He was also getting standing ovations.
I thought he got a good ovation.
He got when I watched
when he first came out.
First of all, listen.
It might have been his hair. He had his hair done up.
How do you?
Oh, that hair was crazy.
How do you stand up and clap for a guy that quit on you? I don't get that at all. I'm not buying.
Don't forget he brought him to 2. What did he bring him to the finals?
Once he brought him.
Yeah, I mean he carried the team. I mean, who knows really what went down with that whole thing too?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. We only hear what we think we're hearing.
He probably pissed off Pat Riley, and that was about it.
You don't even know if that's the case.
So
you really don't.
In this, I actually have a free play on my Instagram right now. Right. For those of you who are watching here, I will just give it to you, so I won't make you do extra work and go over to the Instagram. But my only concern is I'm giving a free play. TK's giving a free play on the other game. No one's going to buy Scotty's $9 package, but hey, that's,
all right.
That's okay.
Why would
hey,
they?
So
guys, they want my pick.
Kent State upset twice to get to where they are right now in the NIT. But Loyola Chicago has won 16 of its last 17 games this season. They've been great for bettors. They covered 8 out of their last 10 against the spread. They're a more balanced team. They have more bark on offense. I'm all over Loyola Chicago in this one. Same thing. I'm going to leave it. Actually, no, I'm going to probably buy this. It's at pretty much 5 on most books.
Who are you leaning towards? I'm sorry.
I'm Loyola Chicago. I'm probably going to get this one to 4 as long as I don't have to spend more than 125 because a lot of the books have it at 5 minus 105. So if you move it to 4, you should only have to pay minus 125 on that one. So I like that number, and that's what I'm taking there. Loyola Chicago to cover against a Kent State team that's done a great job making it this far, but I think this is where the road ends for them.
Nobody has any over-under opinions on any of these NIT games?
Stay away from it. I don't play many totals in college basketball or pro.
All right.
But real quick, Ovechkin, over
more goals?
Over 3.5 shots on goal. I have to. And he scored a goal.
Why do you have
Let's
to?
cash.
Why do you have to?
Because we cashed.
We're trying to stay right on course here.
I'm back to basketball.
I love the fact that Ovechkin. You did mention that we did a live show yesterday. Teddy joined us on it, and he did say Ovechkin had like 57 career goals or something, and
56 goals in 74 games against the Capitals.
And he got that second goal to tie that game up. I told you that was going to be a great game. Just two great goalies. I thought it was going to be an interesting game. 3-2 in overtime. But Ovechkin, wow, 5 away, 6 from breaking it. You think he's doing it regular season? They're saying April.
3 weeks left.
They're saying April 10th or 12th or something against the Islanders, based on the numbers he's averaging goals this season. That would be the game he breaks it.
If I was a goalie and my team's out of it for the year, I'd let a couple sneak by me.
I'd sneak by him. You'll be because you'll.
I'll be known as the guy that gave up the goal.
You want to earn it? Let him earn it. Let him earn it.
It's like when the sack and Brett Favre, was it Brett Favre?
Yeah, no, it was Strahan.
But was it Favre that let him sack him?
I think so.
Yeah,
it just went down like.
And then the guy who got the record broken was all pissed off.
Gastineau.
Mark Gastineau.
All right, guys, I got a free play in the NBA tonight. I'm putting out. I'm going to ride with my team back home. Boston guy, so I'm going to ride with the Celtics tonight, even though Phoenix has won 4 straight games in a row. Don't see them matching up against Celtics. I like the way the Celtics have been playing. They won their last game. I had as a free play a couple of nights ago. I like Boston. I would bring that line down about 4 points. -4 with Boston. That's my free pick. I think they dominate the game. Too much talent for the Celtics. Phoenix has been a banged-up team in and out. They've been playing well of late. Like I said, they won 4 in a row. But, again, guys, just hear me out. These are not games to slam. These are opinion games. I'm sure these guys will tell you the same thing. These are not games to go out and put the ranch on, bet the house on, whatever you want to call it. These are games to have some fun with. They're opinion plays, and that's my opinion. Boston -4 against Phoenix tonight, liking that play. I think we're done with basketball, guys. We've hit it all. We did the NBA. Anything else? Are you done with the NBA?
I'm done. The only way to get my NBA tonight is going to buy it on my site. That's the way, because I got 2 plays up there right now.
Okay,
I gave out my 3 free plays for the week.
I want to touch base on some stuff going on in our backyard down here in South Florida. We got the Miami Open tennis matches. That's exciting down here. We got some really big matches. Djokovic playing today on center court. And that's been going on.
Tonight, 8:30.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of going down for that one.
-400.
Yeah, and he's still around in that tournament. Some of the key guys got knocked out at big numbers recently in that tournament, so that's exciting. We got bare knuckle fights going on at the Hard Rock on Thursday night. We got Marlins opening day, which we'll talk about a little baseball in a couple of seconds. And I haven't geared up for baseball. You ready for baseball tomorrow? You're not ready yet.
Not ready yet. I like to let a couple rotations go through. I like to see like
you and
what
me.
the
But I'm going to the
pitchers are
game tomorrow, and I can't go to the game unless I bet on it. So
Hey,
Yeah. So we got a lot of stuff going
just
down
bet
here in
against
South
the
Florida.
Marlins.
We got the
gonna be a good
Panthers.
one.
Yeah, you got the Panthers fighting to retain their championship this year. Can't wait to see what happens there. Second season, I love NHL playoffs, just like everyone else. The intensity levels go up. The games get very physical. So that's exciting stuff going on right now. And can't wait to see what the Panthers do moving forward. I don't think many teams can challenge the Panthers. Do you, at the end of the day? You think, they look like they got.
Dallas?
Yeah, maybe.
Dallas playing
They're
good.
beatable.
Winnipeg Jets, man.
Yeah, well, the Kelly
Wow.
Holbrook, man.
Unbelievable.
Kelly Holbrook, 41 wins.
I'm seeing repeat all day. What are the odds on that?
The Panthers
Well,
won
if
it
you
all.
did it before the season, it would be a lot more than right now, I would think. But right now, I don't know if it's that much. They're going to be one of the favorites to win the Cup. I mean, the only
definitely
teams
gotta
that have a better record than them are Washington and Winnipeg. But they're not proven.
Dallas got the same record, 45 wins, I think.
Who?
Dallas. They got more
Yeah.
wins than the Panthers.
Oh, they do? Okay. I'm not sold on Dallas. I don't know, for some reason. I think when they face a physical Panthers team, they may have issues with them. But I am jacked up about the hockey playoffs, and that starts in the middle of April. So that's going to be a good time.
Less than a month away.
It was crazy last year. The Panthers series that went all the way to almost it went to July, didn't it? Almost the end of June, July.
Yeah, June.
Because we had the football starting a few weeks after hockey. It was
End
crazy.
of June. Yeah, it went deep. It went real deep, and it was great. I mean, it was a very good tournament. I mean, think about it. They were up
Yep.
3-0. Then Edmonton comes all the way back.
They went down to a Game 7.
It was a crazy tournament. Crazy. series.
The power play for Edmonton last year was just crazy, crazy good, man. You couldn't give them an advantage, or they took advantage of it. All right, something I know dear to Teddy's heart. I watched a little bit of it last night. I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of it, but they had the TGL Golf Championship last night. That's pretty cool, I'll tell you. If you guys have been watching it, I'm sure you've been enjoying it because it was pretty cool watching it. Atlanta beats New York. I think it was 4-3. I don't even know how the scoring goes or whatever the case may be. But what'd you think of that? $9 million first prize for Team Atlanta. And that was a gorgeous trophy. I mean, that trophy was dynamite that they won. What were your thoughts on that? I guess that's the first season they ever did TGL, right?
I think it was incredible. I think that in the beginning, it took a couple times to watch it to understand the rules and how it works and what's going on. So the first couple times I watched it, it was okay. But then once I knew the rules and I anticipated
I didn't know the rules,
things,
right.
Yeah, you got to know like the hammer and when to throw. There's other things involved. And once you know the rules, I think it was pure entertainment. It was great. It was fun seeing
guys.
Give
it a thumbs up.
Oh, I give it 2 thumbs up.
Who won the long drive last night? I
didn't see that.
I didn't see that either. I was waiting for it to come.
I didn't see that, but I loved it. And congratulations to Justin Thomas and his Atlanta, whatever they're.
Oh, congratulations to the owner too, Arthur Blank, owner of the Atlanta Falcons. Very big into sports, looking to build some nice stuff in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think there's a big future in that league.
Yeah, seems exciting.
We need to get a live team on that league. Brooks.
You want that Brooks?
Bryson. I'm going to live next Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Where is
Durrell?
that?
It's gonna be Trump Durrell. Yeah.
Nice.
Was Tiger Woods at the match last night? I watched a little bit.
I don't
of
think
it
he was. He's too busy with Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife, Vanessa Trump.
Is that what? Is that who he's with now?
Yep.
It's his ex-wife.
He's with Vanessa Trump.
And who's Donald Trump Jr. with now? I think he's got a new girlfriend.
He's got a new girlfriend. I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
But no one
right.
famous.
Well, you know what? Tiger's a billionaire, so I don't think they have to worry about him coming into the family.
No, he has more money than she does, for sure.
So Tiger's with Trump's son's ex-wife.
Yep.
All right. Love it. Wow.
That's South Florida for you. Hey, West Palm Beach.
Go around. I'm telling you, man. We should do a show on relationships. Between the three of us here, and we got Ben that could the younger version at the table. We could get some good advice from him. It could be an interesting show. Maybe we bring in Sean Perry and Mozzie. They can fight in the studio here while we're doing the relationship show. Anyways, but all right, so we're good on that. TGL, anything you guys want to add before we call it a day? We're live, guys. Let it out.
No, I don't think so. I'm excited to talk baseball, but I'm still kind of preparing. I'm going to give on this show. I'll let T do it, but I'm going to say.
I'm not going to use baseball for at least another week or two, but I'm going to the game tomorrow, Pittsburgh, Miami. What do you guys think? Pittsburgh got Skeens on the mound going against Alcantara. The line's 150 and 6.5. It's kind of a low total.
Sandy.
This could be an upset tomorrow.
Who knows what Sandy's about, though?
Those are 2 really good pitchers.
Well, they were last year. I mean, Sandy was a few years ago.
A few years ago. He kind of fell off the map last year.
Yeah.
That's the thing with pitching.
And Skeens, too. You don't know what's going to come.
Pitchers can, one year they have an amazing year. The next year they come back. And
Cy Young to whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they're perfect 8-0 their last 8 games against the Marlins. I know it's a new year, opening day, whatnot. If I go down to the game, I always bet against Miami.
I was going to say, you love betting against Florida teams.
I think I've seen Miami win maybe 3-4 games, and I've been to a ton of them, so...
I got to ask you guys one question just for the New York audience because I know we got a lot of East Coast people. Who's going to have a better record, in your opinion, this year? More wins, Yankees or Mets? What you thinking, T?
Mets. I'm going with more wins with the Mets. How about the Yankees? They signed that kid from FIU, too, didn't they? They brought him up.
Yeah.
They brought him up from...
What about you, Teddy? Who do you think is going to win more games this year?
I
Yankees
think,
or Mets?
No
one else.
I think the Mets. I think the Mets also. I like the moves they made.
I think that guy's gonna have a lot of home runs this year.
Juan Soto.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Juan
picked up
Soto.
Juan Soto. That's a huge acquisition.
Yeah, of course.
And the Yankees
Yankees
couldn't land them back. The other thing I'm looking at, I'm just going to throw something real quick out there. I like the Baltimore Orioles to win the AL East. I don't even think the Yankees win the East.
Really?
Baltimore's had a rough run in the playoffs.
What about the Red Sox, my team? What do you guys think?
But that has nothing to do with the East.
But I'm saying when they get to the playoffs, they fold all the time.
Absolutely. That's why my bet's on the regular season.
Yankees are opening up tomorrow against the Milwaukee Brewers. Yankees minus 150 favorites, too.
Who's the team you guys have, and since we're on the topic of baseball, who's the team you're kind of eyeing for the first month or so just to watch. Any team come out at you at all? Or
I'm curious.
Not really?
I'm just curious to see how good the Dodgers are. I mean,
they're already 2-0.
This is one of the most built, put together teams that we've seen.
Yeah, they're a powerhouse.
Ever.
Unless they get injuries, they should be solid.
They got Schnell on the mound tomorrow.
Freeman. You got Betts, you got Ohtani. I mean, you got pitching.
Insane.
Yeah.
There's really no big favorites tomorrow. The biggest favorite is the Dodgers minus 160.
Yeah,
probably the biggest favorite out there in baseball.
175. I'm showing.
That's gonna be a bargain line for the Dodgers going through this year. If you can get the Dodgers at 160, that's going to be incredible.
And the White Sox are a dog again. Should we go against the White Sox first time?
Team total on the Dodgers. Would you play? You got the team
Gotta
total?
Be in the hundreds. What would
No,
it be?
it won't be in the hundreds. No, it's going to be in the 90s. But what do you?
No.
Oh yeah.
Let me look
You
right
can't
now.
have a team total in the hundreds.
Yeah, of course you can.
I don't think so. It's too high.
Team futures.
I would guess
say
it's going to be
in the
105.
I don't know about that. That's a lot. They're only going to lose 57.
I'm looking right now.
That's a big number. Don't forget, to win 100 games in baseball, you got to have an unbelievable, phenomenal year. Think about it. Unbelievable year. If you're winning in the 90s, that's an accomplishment. Not many teams win 100 games in baseball. But they are a powerhouse, so maybe they are close. I say they're about 98.5.
They took it down because they already won 2 games, so they don't even have it up right now.
They don't have a team total.
Nah.
Hold on. But yeah, a team I'm looking at to answer your question, Scotty, I'm going to be eyeballing the Brewers, a little mid-level team.
The Brew Crew.
I think
they got rid of Adames, so he was one of their top players.
Yeah, I think they could. Yeah, it's very
Playing
true.
the Yankees tomorrow. The Yankees are 155 favorite opening day. The Yankees lost their best pitcher. Unbelievable. Spring training. Cole out. I think he's out for the year. And the Mets lost a big
103 with the Dodgers.
Really? They're showing a
103 and a half, and
Wow.
the overs minus 125.
Wow, that's a lot. So
I was close. I said 105.
Yeah, you were good. I figured it'd be about 98 and a half.
Mets are 90. Phillies are 91.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
National
good.
League.
All right, guys. Great show. Love being on here with you. We went live. Hope you guys enjoying it. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We got a big-time slate of things coming up in the month of March. Well, actually, we'll be going into April. A lot of good things with baseball on the horizon. We're going to be jumping. We got to jump into the NBA. We're going to be jumping into the NHL. So we got a lot of good things to look forward to. I want everyone for you guys to let them know, where they can find you on social media. So, T, tell them where they can find your stuff that you put up every day.
Well, the best place is go right to my website, tkwins.com. But if you're on the social media, go to @tkwins. It's not @tkwins. You can check out my daily stories.
You're catching my
yeah, man.
talking.
You guys are both tongue twisting today.
Right?
It's
Too many beers last night.
Ah, man, it was a long day yesterday. But @tkwins, you can see my stories. I got a great special going here today. It's only going to be up there for today for Hump Day. $99.99 for 30 days, usually $2.99.
Does that include baseball too?
They got all my VIP, whatever I put in the VIP, they get for 30 days.
That's a hell of a deal.
That's a great deal.
You get everything: baskets, hockey,
baseball,
whatever.
hockey. Well, I won't play hockey to the playoffs, but
all right,
get everything there.
That's where they can find you.
Yep.
All right,
@TK Wins.
Guys, check him out. Man's consistent. That's all I can tell you. I've known him a long ass time. Consistent as can be. Not going to win them all, but wins a damn good portion of them. All right. The guy that keeps me moving with that foot of his right next to me, kicking me. I go home black and blue, I think, every show from this guy. He kicks me by mistake.
It's my ADD.
The one and only Teddy Brooks. Where can the people find the Sports Prophets?
So they can go to thesportsprophets.com, Instagram @the_prophets_pick, no S after pick. We're gonna be doing a special as well, $10 for the Sweet 16 rounds Thursday and Friday. I'm going to be posting that up on Instagram. This guy's trying to take all my clients over here.
Good hair, Teddy. He's got good hair. Come on.
That's why he never wears a hat. We
it.
talked about that last year. But yeah, you could go there. I'm going to be dropping a special for the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 on Instagram. It's going to be in the reels and in the story. It's for new clients only that have never tried us out before. Don't be one of those guys that won a bunch of money with us already and try to get another $10 special.
Yeah, guys, take advantage of these offers these guys are putting out. Not only are they making the price reasonable for everybody, but they're here working their asses off trying to do the right thing for you. We're all trying to do the right thing. And just because we don't win all the time doesn't mean we're bad dudes. That's the bottom line. We're going to be consistent over the long run, but you got to give us that long run to give us the chance to show you what our services provide. All right. I love hosting the show. This is Scott Matthews. You can find me all over social media. I got a huge, when I say huge, when I'm putting out something for $9 and I'm 8-1 on the last 3 times I've done it, I'm cashing tickets for you guys. If you want to get in on this huge offer, 2 games today, both NIT games. All you have to do is go to my official Instagram page, SM Sports Picks, Picks. You see, Ben just put it up right there. You see it? That's all you need to do. Click the link below on today's video, and you can purchase it for $9. Listen, I'm trying my best. We've been doing well with the NIT. I like these matchups big time tonight. And find our show. This is the one and only Get the Edge. We're all over Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Okay? As Teddy always says, click the like button, subscribe, be a part of our team here. We're here for you guys. We want to give you that winning edge each and every week. We'll be back here, I believe, next Wednesday. If Ben is a good boy and he schedules us the correct time on Wednesday, we will be back with our next show because March Madness kicks in. The Final Four, I believe, goes next Thursday, right, Ted?
No. Final Four is Saturday.
Saturday and Sunday.
And
Saturday, Sunday,
no,
then they skip a week?
Just Saturday.
Just Saturday?
Saturday.
So the Final Four matchups, both games are Saturday, and then the championship game is Monday.
Cool.
So next week, there is only college. Well, there's going to be NIT the other days, but yeah.
The championship game one day after my birthday. My birthday is on, when is the game's on Monday? I'm on Sunday.
You're April 6th?
Yep, April 6th, baby.
My cousin and his mom, my aunt, both April 6th.
All right. Give him a big happy birthday from yours truly. All right, guys, pleasure being here with you. Hope you enjoyed it. Send us some comments. Tell us, you could DM us. Let us know what you want from us. If we can help you with other things that you guys are looking for, you could send a comment to Teddy, DM him.
Well,
or my...
actually, I'm going to stop you right there. I would rather you email me at support@thesportsprofits.com. I don't know about you guys, but I miss a lot of the DMs.
They go into the junk.
Yeah, a lot of times DMs.
I check my junk, but
where can they DM you at?
They could go right to my website. My phone number is right on there. They can text me right there or just send me a DM on Instagram. I usually answer back within an hour.
All right. Guys, you could either DM me or you could send me an email to info@smpicks.com. And let us know what you want, some things that we could do to make the show more exciting for you guys. I know we sit here, we love what we do, so we ramble in our directions. And hopefully we're giving you some good learning experiences when it comes to these games and helping you make some better decisions. Have a great day, everyone. Appreciate you being on live with us. I know you got other things to do out there, but we're here for you. Have a great day.
Go Duke.
Woo!
Go
Dookie.
Duke. Duke to win it all.
Let's go.
Go Houston.
With Houston, we might have a problem.
What are you ranked right now in the pool?
I'm number 2.
Oh, I thought you were